Yeah, hi Swarnina. Hi Shiva.
Hi.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi. Okay, let's start then. Okay. So, any questions on the BP?
Yeah, we're okay with the BP process.
Okay. So, okay. Now, can you able to see my screen?
Noted.
Not yet.
Okay. I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. Okay. Now you are able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is the next process? Master data. Next master data is
Source list.
source list. Okay. So, what is the source list? What is the meaning of source list? What is the meaning of source list?
The multiple
List of
vendors or the business list of vendors
suppliers. List of
or
suppliers.
suppliers.
Okay. We maintain that. So, what other activities we can do here? We can put list of suppliers. List of suppliers. And the second one is we can block the supplier. Block the supplier for particular period. Okay. And we can put regular vendor, regular supplier. So if we have the multiple suppliers, one of the supplier we can put as a regular vendor. Okay.
Occasionally,
So that means he is a regular vendor where there is any contracts or any agreements or anything, we can consider he is my regular vendor. Okay. Okay, so let's see what is the transaction code to this one to create this one ME01. ME01 is the creation, so maintain the source list. Okay, so what it is needed inputs, material number and plant. So for the material number under this plant, what are the source of supplies we have, we just maintaining. So that is the called source list. Okay, so let's go to SAP system. So what is the transaction code? ME01. So what is the material number we created yesterday? So let's see how we can see MM60, MM60, where we can see that the material which is created. Okay, so which number we created? Again, I can see with my user ID. This is the what we created. Okay, so I'm just putting that some 1307 is the my material number. I'm just putting that 1307 is the my material number. Okay, so what is the input here? Material number and plant. Okay, clear? Okay, so I just put that, I can put that what are the suppliers we have, list of the suppliers I can put here and with validity from and to date. Okay, so if you have planned for a number of suppliers, you can maintain a number of suppliers with a validity from and to. Okay, and you can also mention that purchasing organization, if you have any agreement, contracts, schedule agreement that is there, you can put, and you can put fixed vendor or blocked vendor. You can block the vendor or you can fix the vendor. Okay, so I'm just putting that, I'm just putting the validity of this is for 1 year. This vendor, I'm just putting that validity of one year. And who is the supplier? Let's see what vendors we have created. So where we can see the vendors list, what is the transaction code to see that all the vendors.
MKBC.
MKVZ. Okay, MKVZ we can see. So let's see. Can go to new section. MKVZ. Okay. So I can put that what purchase organization and maybe if you have the group, you can put the group also. DS domestic vendor. So which I created. I created for testing. So 133 411 and 133 421. Okay. So I'll just put that 133 421. Okay, it's taking time. Okay, I'll just go to again new section. Okay, so it is already processing, that's why it is coming like that. Let's will wait for some time then. Okay, so stopping that. I'll go again. ME01 and 1300 and put that 8. And you can put that the vendors list. Okay, whatever the vendors is there, you can put that vendor. So 133 411 and 133 421. 133 411 411. It is taking time. Yeah. Why it is taking long time? And there is other way also. Okay, I'll tell you. This is the way we can
Even
maintain.
I have faced the same kind of issues on fetching the
The
data.
server, maybe server is down or server is slow. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is other way also we can maintain the source list instead of we are maintaining manually. Okay, so if you have proper contracts and proper purchase list, we can maintain the automatic source of supply also. Okay, so by clicking on this checkbox, clicking on this one, the system will display that all the list of suppliers. Okay, so but you might be need to create the purchase orders and purchase requisition something. Okay. Okay, now I'll just maintain this one 133 411 and 133 421. No? These two are right. So I'm just maintaining both. Okay, so 133 421. No? So we have two vendors. I have maintained two vendors. What you can do, if you want to put fixed vendor, this is a regular fixed vendor. You can put fixed vendor. Or if you want to block this vendor, particular this period from 1 month to or 2 months or something, you just put that. Okay. So how you want to put that, you can put that. Maybe if suppose let's say for 1 month I want to block this one. Okay. I don't want to be for next 1 month. I don't want to use. Okay, what I can do, I just put block and this is I'm just put fixed vendor. Then what I can do, I can put from 29th, it is active. Okay, so this is the way we can try to do how you want to be block your vendor for a particular period, or how you want to be activated for particular vendor to for particular period for that vendor. Okay, so
No,
that
here,
we can.
why we need to re-enter the transaction again? Because already there is a line entered. The same would just we can uncheck with by changing the valid date, right?
But how no, you're planning for 1 month only, right? Not for next
Yeah.
month, right? So next time you want to use this one, you can how the system knows that whether you have that proper active that one. You can use that. You can maintain only one single, no problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
problem is that you block. This is using for blocking, right? For 1 month. So next time, if
Okay.
you want to use this regular vendor, fixed vendor, you might be again change the dates and put that fixed vendor, right?
Okay. Okay.
So again, I'm just maintaining that. Okay, because I just want to use that vendor for 1 month as a fixed vendor. I'll just tell you. I'm just what I'm trying to do here. Yeah. The searching it is taking long time. Okay, now what I'm trying to do here, this vendor I want to use. This vendor I want to use after 1 month, maybe from May 29th onwards. I want to use this as a fixed vendor. Let's say example. So ice cream factory was there. Okay, there was an ice cream brand was there. Okay, so maybe the vendor, we have some problem with that vendor. He's especially in the April month, he's not able to deliver every year. So we just try to put that blocking for that 1 month, and other months he is my fixed vendor. So in that case, what you can do, I can maintain for that 1 month as a blocked. The next from the 29th to the next month, I can put as a fixed this one, right?
Yeah.
So it depends. If you want to, because again, if you want to maintain and if you forgot that, then we don't have any fixed vendors, right? Because we already removed here fixed vendor. I'm not maintaining here for this is the fixed vendor, but I'm just
Here
maintaining
we
this.
don't have any provision directly. You can search that vendor the supplier number and see the transactions and just update and
Yeah,
save it by changing the date. That
correct.
function is not there in the screen.
Sorry, I didn't get you. What is that? Sorry.
No, just by entering the supplier number in the screen, by searching, where the system can display the respective supplier number and change the valid date. Instead of re-entering again, the provision is not there in the screen.
No. How system knows about that whether it is valid or not valid?
No, but already at least it can list out, right? Already there is a supplier already got created.
Okay, but how system knows that this vendor is for this material?
No, it will be display will be there, no? By searching, the display has to the supplier information has to display below.
Huh,
By
that's
entering
what.
directly
That's
supplier
what we have this one, right? F4.
Huh.
You can search in F4.
Okay.
Okay, that you can do it. But here it is taking long time. I'm not searching. I'm directly entering.
Understood, sorry.
Okay, so this is the way you can maintain. Okay, you can maintain. This is the way, and you can put a particular month if you want to be block, and particular month you want to put fixed vendor. Maybe this vendor is only for some valid. Suppose let's say this is only for 1 month. He's a fixed vendor. After that again I want to change this one. Then I can put for 1 month he is a fixed vendor. Like I can maintain multiple, right? Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So this is the way I can maintain. So before this one, you can maintain this way. But if I want to, system should automatically generate that what are the suppliers for this material automatically. That is called automatic source determination. Okay, automatic source of supply determination. What you have to do? You have to create the info record. So there is one more master record is there. That is a material info record. Did you remember that we discussed that material info record? What is the use of that material info record?
Yeah.
What is the material info record?
All the material information. Who is the supplier?
Material info record is the list of which we are maintaining the combination between the material and the plant and purchase organization and vendor. So it's basically it's like a material and vendor combination. We are maintaining the information. This supplier, this material he is supplying, with respect to these two combinations, we are maintaining the data. purchasing info record. Did you remember that purchasing info record we have discussed?
Yes, yes. During that we have covered the same for the
Okay, so that is the transaction code is ME11, create purchasing
ME11.
info record. Okay, so before creating the source list, if you created a purchasing info record, okay, that means this material 133421, what is that material number?
Yeah, 411.
411, okay. So like, if I can maintain here, so the system is considering, okay, this material he is one of the supplier for this material. So next time when you maintain source list now, system will what system will do, okay, he is also my vendor, I can maintain that as in the source list without maintaining manually. Okay, so I'll try to create that purchase info record now. What is the transaction code to create purchase info record? What is the transaction code to create a purchase info record? Purchasing info record. Just now we're discussing, right? Here only it is there, ME11.
ME11, sorry.
ME11, okay. So I'm just entering that the vendor number, supplier number. Just taking. For you also it is taking long time, no? To enter supplier numbers and all. So this is basically what happened, no? In the ECC version, older versions, okay, it is not validating that value. Just if you wanted that value, then after that it will be
display it automatically. It will display ECC.
it will automatically taking that and it will be searched.
Yes.
But nowadays what will be happen? Once you enter that, it will display down all the list of the suppliers which is created with that number. So that's why it is taking long time sometimes, because it is searching that every time. Okay.
Indexing issues.
Okay, so 11. I'll just put that 133 711.
411.
411. Okay. So now I'm just creating this supplier and material combination for my purchasing organization. I'm just maintaining the data. So you can maintain that conversions between the kg and this. Okay. And you can also maintain that planned delivery time, how much time it will take. If you order for this vendor, for this material, how much time it will take to deliver the time, planned delivery time. If suppose there is a 1 day time it will take, or 10 days time it will take. And standard quantity. Standard means how frequently you are ordering to this material, 1000 kgs or 10,000, 100 tons, how it is like frequently. Okay, and this tolerance will come from the metal master record, right? You maintain metal master record. And what is the price of this one? Okay, so all this information you can maintain here. Okay, clear? So what is the purchasing info record? The meaning, we already created metal master record, we already created a purchasing supply master record. Now with respect to the both, that means for this material, if the supplier wants to be, this supplier wants to be supply, what is their condition, what is the time it will take, how much tolerance it will be there, what is the price. Okay, all this information it will be there. Okay, clear? So that is the we are maintaining here.
That will be there in the vendor master, right? Or purchase info record.
Vendor and material combination, the information will be there in the purchase info record. Only vendor information it will be there in the vendor master record. Only material information it will be there in the metal master record. But now the combination between the material and vendor, that means this supplier, this material, this supplier
Information.
Okay, this is the price. Okay. Now just remember this one, 133,411 for this material, he is 100 euros the cost, 1 ton cost. Okay, so next I am creating that same material with a different vendor. Who is that? 421. What is the next vendor?
421.
421, right? So I'm just entering that 421 here. Just so you can see the number which is created, purchase info record number. Okay, this is for reference. This is for reference which is created for this material and vendor and this purchase organization combination. Okay, I'll just stop again. I'll go back. Okay, M11 and 421, right? 421. Shit. It is taking a long time. So what I'm trying to do now, same material but different supplier he is supplying. So when the same material with a different supplier, it might be different cost and different terms and condition, different tolerance, different standard quantity, okay, different purchasing group he is handling to that supplier, anything which you can have, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now sometimes it is speed, but sometimes it is 4 to 1. Yesterday it was good, no, Fernando? Yesterday we didn't get some that much of problem.
I think we need to call him and tell the fetching data time it is taking more time.
Even for you also it is taking a long time, no?
Yeah.
Fernando, for you, how it is like? It was taking a long time.
Right now I'm checking.
so much time. Okay, so okay, again it is coming. Selected also. Okay. Usually we can search here only and select that, but it was taking long time here. Okay. How is Fernando for you? How it is server? Is it slow?
No, I'm not trying because it might affect your screen. So
Shit. I think we need to get some other server. It is very difficult if you are coming like this.
Shall we go ahead with the defect material?
No, it's not about the material problem. Okay. This is server which is not.
Total. That.
Is not okay. So now the delivery time might be 14 days for this supplier. Okay, earlier 411 it is only 10 days. The planned delivery time. Okay, to get the stock from the vendor it is only 10 days. Now I'm just putting 14 days for this vendor. Okay, so when 133421 the supplier is supplying this material, there might be the planned delivery time is different. The group of maybe he is a different purchasing group guy he is handling. A standard quantity it might be 200. So like you can do multiple different purchasing organization data for the same material with different supplier. Okay, or it may be tax information also, you can maintain different tax information. Okay, and price also different price information. All these things we can maintain differently because for this material, for this supplier the information will be different. Okay, clear? Now we maintained that info record with 421 and 411 both we have maintained. So where we can see that in the table level, if you want to see that how many info record numbers are there, we can see that which transaction code. What is the transaction code to see the table? SC 69. and we can see the database table also, where we can created info record with this material. What is the material number it is? What is the material number it is created? ME13 is a display 1307. So I can put 1307 and see that how many info record numbers are created. Okay, I can see how many info record numbers are created. So with one material, through different suppliers who created and when it is created and what is the difference, order currency and terms and conditions and incoterms, what information it is there, it is there. Okay, so there is a table EINA, which is general data, and EINE is the one data. Okay, clear? This is the purchasing organization data, that is general data. Clear? So what is the material? You can take the info record number here. If you want to see that, you can take the info record number here. Okay, and you can go back and you can go to EINE table and you give that purchase info record number here. Okay, sorry, info record number, or maybe you can put that created also. Today is created, right? I have created today, and who created? I can give that my name on a MM01. So I can execute that. Who created? All these details will come. So 2 info record numbers are created, and which purchase organization, which plan, and what is the info record you created, standard info record you created, and date and time, and what is the different characters like purchasing group, currency, and minimum order quantity or standard quantity, and plan delivery time. All these details you can maintain. So even it is the same material, but different purchasing organization data is there. Different purchasing data is there for with respect to the supplier. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is the use of the purchase info record? What is the use of purchasing info record?
To find the material as well as vendor information.
To find the combination between the material and vendor combination.
Vendor. Okay.
Okay. To find the information between the combination between the vendor and material for the purchase organization. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
So now based on this information, can the source list find automatically the vendors? Because I have already material and I already have the plan. These two combinations I already created the purchase info record. Can it be possible to automatically system to trigger that info records? Let's see that. I'm just clicking on here generate records. Okay, I'm just clicking on generate records. So let's see. I just taking valid from 1 to and enter. So let's see if system is finding automatically that vendor suppliers. Is that finding automatically?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means if you have the proper info record, purchase info record with combination between the material and vendor, then system will be considering that based on the what parameters you maintain in the info record, based on that the system will be automatically picking that the vendors list. Okay, that means I can maintain the purchase info record for the n number of suppliers. All it will be automatically picking here, and you can fix that whether you want to be put fix or block or something which you can do. You can change it. It's clear?
Yeah.
So this is the what the purchase info record helping that, and moreover it is like a the info record information helping to create the purchase orders, purchase and contracts, everything, because the purchase info record having the information of price, plan delivery time, and standard quantity, minimum order quantity, order, blah blah blah, all what information it is needed to create a purchase order, all information is there. So if you have the proper purchasing info record and if you have proper source list, when you creating the PO, you don't need to give the more information. You just need to give the quantity and you can create it. Okay, clear?
Sure.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is the what purpose of the info record and source list. Okay, so where I can see this source list, okay, I'm just saving here. Okay, and now where I can see this table level SC69 and go to SC69 is the table level database table where you can see that EORD. EORD is the source list for the material. You can give the material number, what is the material number, and you can execute that. So system it will be displayed at what it is there, suppliers and who are list of the suppliers we have for with respect to purchase organization. You can maintain it will come. Okay, it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the what purchase info record and source list will help. So now
So
you
what could be the possible questions here, sir, from interview side related to this?
source list.
What could be the possible
No, what is the use of source list? What is the use of source list?
Okay.
How you can restrict the supplier? They will not ask directly source list. How you can restrict the vendor for the material for particular period? How you can restrict that?
Okay.
So when they are asking about the how you can restrict the supplier for the period of the material, then you can go to source list and you block it. But when they are asking about how you can block the vendor and if they are not mentioned about the material, then it is the vendor master record. If they are asking about how I can block the material, should not use in the, our client or our company or in our process, then it is a material master block. So blocking can be happen at material level, blocking can be happen at vendor master record level, blocking can be happen in with combination of material and vendor.
Material.
Okay, so this is the way it will display. Okay,
Yeah.
clear?
Done. Done.
Any questions?
It's okay. It's okay.
So this purchase info record and material and vendor, why we are creating all these things? Why we are creating all these things? Because we want to create the, we want to write the orders, purchase orders, we want to create the contracts, we want to create the dealings with that supplier. That's why we are creating all this, right?
All separately. Okay.
Okay, so you can have also ME08. Let's see what is this. ME08, what it is? ME09 or ME08. Well, let's see. Okay, send source list. Okay, so this information, if you want to send the list, you can send that. Okay, logical system. That means what is the purpose of this one? From one system to other system. From one system to other system. Okay, so every system having the logical system. Okay, every SAP system is registered as a logical system. They will be maintaining in the SM59. Okay, so in SM59 they have that the connections. The SAP system is connected. Okay, so my system with some ID and there somebody has system ID. This ID having that separate system IDs here. You can see that now what we are using now. This is the 800 client, 800 client, right? This is
1900.
and this is the 800 client, right? So I can go to 800 client and see what it is connected. So this is the logical system, our logical system. Okay, so like other systems also they have their own logical systems. EWM system having their own logical system, other SAP systems have their own logical system. So if there is a requirement to send this information which we created source list, I can give that in the ME05 and I can send that. I can send to that logical system. That's that information. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So same way for others also. See, if I go to other transaction code, okay, not this one. Okay, BD10. I can go to BD10. This BD10 also sending the material information to other logical system. That means I am using that EC system, somebody using that EWM system, they need my material information. I am just sending from here to other systems. This is the BD10. Okay, clear? It's clear? So what I can give, I can give the material number, I can give the logical system ID. Okay, so if suppose this is logical system ID 800, I can select that and I can send that material information. I can post that. What is the material number which I created? 1307, right? Is this my material which is created? So you want to send the entire material information. Yes, I just want to send this material information. Check and execute that.
Sending within the SAP only or sending out of the SAP to other connected legacy applications?
These logical systems can be used both also. Okay, but basically, if logical systems is the server which is already connected with other SAP systems only. But if you want to with to non-SAP system, there is other way. Okay, they will be sending their format like tab format,
Integration and interface.
interface. That is a Excel format they will send. Okay. So this is the real time. If they have integrated with other systems, you have to send that information. You can go to BD10 and you can send it. Same like ME08 for source list. Okay. Okay, and just a minute. I'll just execute this one. How you can see that how it works and all. But this logical system is already designed in our system, then only it will work. If it is not designed, if it is not defined in our system, then it won't work. Okay, so make sure that the logical systems which is defined in our system, okay, and it is connected to that. Okay, so I'm just executing this one. So if properly all it is connected, then it will send that information to the other systems. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So shall we close today?
Yeah. Just 2 minutes. Let's complete this one. So how it is sending? Again, it is sending through IDOC. Okay, it is creating IDOC. See, one master IDOC is created for this Mac master. Okay, so under 0 communications to generated to message type. That means the IDOC is trying to generate, but the message type is not sending because this is not properly assigned. This is not properly logical system is defined. Okay, so in this
SAP
case,
to SAP systems, IDOC is the key to transfer the data, or is there any media?
this is an intermediate document. This is an intermediate document. Okay, where I can see that what information it is sending from our system to other system. Okay, this is IDOC. Okay, so if you see that today it's created, I can execute that. No IDOC is created because it's not generated anything. Okay, clear?
Done, sir.
Okay, so this is the way we can do that. Okay, so like we have other also inbound processing for IDOCs. Okay, and so many things we have. Okay, distribution material objects, BOM related, all this we can distribute from here to there. Okay, so this is the master data. Okay, metal master, vendor master, purchase info record, source list. Okay. Any questions? There is one more transaction code ME0M. Okay, you can see here ME0M is transaction code to see the list of the source list. This is the kind of report. This is the kind of report. Okay. Source list of the here you can do change also. If you want to do some change, you can do also here from ME0M. This is the transaction code. Clear? Any questions?
As of now, no questions, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I think we will stop today class. Okay. So just do the practice metal master, vendor master, purchase info record, source list. Okay. In last 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. If the configuration relevant, if you want to do for purchase info record or source list, where I can go to metal master and purchasing. In this purchasing, you have the purchase info record. In this purchase info record, you can see the number range here. So the number range which is defined. What number range it is coming, here it is coming. Okay. So you can see the overview here. With material number, without material number. That means stock material. When you are creating with material, then it will be created with this number range. When there is no material, if you are creating material purchase info record, then it will come with this number. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see the screen layouts also. If you want to be mandatory, optional, it is the transaction code level. Go to in the details of the each transaction code and go to basic data and put that what is required, optional, entry, display and all. Okay, clear? So every tab it will come. Okay, and here you can see that the price history and all, it is okay. This is all text and all, defined text and all, it is there here. This is for additional text. If you want to be create some info record notes and all, you can define here. Okay,
Okay.
and if I go to ME01, sorry, what is that? ME11 info record, I can create without material also. I can create without material also the material info record. Why we need to create material info record without material? There might be service, some kind of service. Okay, service washing. I'm just putting some service. So you have to give the material group because we don't have material number. So it is asking that what service group it is. I can put something like service. You can put some service and all you can put. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
I can maintain that how you are maintaining that the service. So activity unit you can put that okay, this is one activity unit of okay, we'll paying some amount and all. Okay, I can put short term service. Okay, and standard one activity unit always we are taking and 1 day to complete the service. Okay, and the price is 120 euros. Okay, and who is the purchasing group people who are taking care. So that means it is not necessary material also. If you want to create a purchase info card, okay, you can also create without material, without any material also you can create an info card. Okay, it's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the way you can create a info card without material. Okay, so this is the configuration. What is the SPRO F5, and you go to material management because it's completely purely material master. So MM. So you need to go to purchasing. In the purchasing you can go to purchase info record. Okay, or source list. There is purchase info record is there. Source list also it is there. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Any questions? And there is a one setting is there. Okay, if you put that checkbox here, there is a defined source list requirement at plant level. If you selected at plant level this checkbox, okay, that means for this plant always you are suggesting that the source list is mandatory. Okay, so suppose let's say example 1900 it is there. I'm just selecting this one. What is the meaning of this? Okay, so for this plant, whatever the materials you created for the with suppliers, you need to be maintain the proper source list. If you are not maintain the proper source list, system not allowing the PO. Okay, so you can see here in this step you define the source list requirement at plant level. If source list requirement exists, you must maintain the source list for the each material. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is not only sufficient to checkbox here, you also go to MM02, in the metal master each material level, and you need to enter that the material level the source list is mandatory. What is the metal master change? What is the transaction code?
MM02.
MM02. Okay, so I'm just going to purchasing data And what is the plan which we activated? 1900, right?
And
So in this 1900, I'm just putting that the source list is mandatory. There is a source list checkbox is there. Okay.
okay.
So this source list, if you selected this one, what will be happen when you are using this material for this plan? If you have created any PO and if you are not maintained source list, the system will give error. You have to maintain the source list mandatory, or else it won't be allowed to create a PO. Clear?
Okay.
Is it understand what is the purpose of this
Yeah,
checkbox?
it's a more generic alert, I think. Whenever
it's-
there is no material source listed while
Yeah.
sending the purchase order request.
So if I not maintain this one here, if suppose I didn't maintain this one, okay, if I deleted this one, what will be happen? If I'm trying to create the, if I'm just deleting here, okay, and save this one. If I'm trying to create the PO with 133411 vendor, so system will give the error message, boss, please create source list for this vendor, or else it won't be allowed. Why it is needed? Why it is needed? Because some users what they will do, they will be giving that other vendor and they will try to create. Okay, so it is like it's kind of the restriction. The proper valid source list vendor only we have to use. Okay, so 133. What is the vendor?
133411.
411. So for 2 minutes, okay.
Yeah,
I'll just
fine.
release that. Because if I just miss this topic again, it will go in the other topics. Okay.
Fine.
So what I'm trying to do now, I'm just creating the material. So I am just trying to create a PO.
That's verifying source list.
You're in your relatives home, huh? Shiva?
Yeah, at home.
You
I
back
came
home?
yesterday.
Okay. Okay, so 2 minutes. So where we are creating this PO, what is the transaction code to create a purchase order? What is the transaction code to create a purchase order? ME21M. You can see in the down.
21.
You can see in the down. Always it will display in the down the transaction code ME21M. Okay. Okay. So 1307, right? What is this? I want to show that how the error will come. Okay. Just 2 minutes it will close. So what we need to enter in the PO? supplier, purchase organization, and purchasing group, the company code, and material number, plant, okay, and price, quantity. Okay, so now I enter this one. Now I will be entering that plant also. Okay. 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 So what is the plant here? 1910, right? Okay. So it is
1900.
1900. So the problem with is this plant is not assigned. Okay. So where I don't think there is a one more plant also. 1910 only it is there. So okay, so I think this plant needs to be assigned to our company code. PRO, enterprise structure, plant assignment, logistical general, company code to plant assignment. So go to 1910 and 1900. Already assigned to 0041. Okay, so we'll go back and see that 0041. I'll just delete for this one. I'm already in a material lecture. Okay, I don't think it will work. So we need to assign this properly. Or other thing we can do, we'll try with 0041. Okay, so this purchase organization again it was not there. Okay. So a couple of restrictions. See, so if you are not properly using that, so it will give that error. Okay, 0041. Okay, I'll just assign here and see if it works or not. Purchasing organization 1910 is assigned. Okay, I think if it is not coming now, then we'll stop. Okay, because there are so many things we have to do. Purchase organization. So once it is completed, now we can create one purchase organization, our own plant, company code, everything we can create. So let's try. If it is not coming, then we'll leave it. Okay. 1900. Job compliant, and the vendor is 411. 411. Okay, now it is coming. Okay, now you can see that now we are getting error. What is the error we are getting? Material 1307 not included in the source list.
Included in the source list.
Okay, so if you want to avoid this error, what you need to do? What you need to do? You have to maintain the proper source list with this vendor, right? So 13190. We have to maintain properly all this source list for this vendor. Clear? So did you understand how it works? So we can restrict like this way. We can restrict that. Now I just maintain. Okay. Now that error will not come. Okay. Because why it won't come? Because I have maintained that source list. So this is the way we can restrict that our plant and materials and purchase organizations with vendors. We can restrict it. Now it's gone. No error. Is it we are getting any error message? No, right? If it is coming, then it will come error. Right. So all it is yellow, no red color.
Alert. Okay.
This is warning only, just warning. Green color is, this yellow color is warning. Just see that how it is like. They are not defined role, they are not defined maintenance role and all. That is okay. That if you want to
The
maintain, you
warnings
can
we need to
maintain.
ignore, right?
We can ignore it. You can see that, and you can, if still it is needed, you can maintain, or else you can leave it. Okay? So just message only. This partner roles and all we are removed, right? That's why it is coming. Okay, partner determination. So now I can save. I can save this PO. There is no restriction.
Okay.
So this is the way it will restrict it in the PO. So I just enter the only PO quantity. I just enter the plant, vendor, and other details, and just enter the quantity, because all other information which is capturing from the master data only.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the way you can create a PO. Clear? So now I created PO.
Yeah.
Now if you want to receive the stock, you can receive this quantity also, simply. Okay? So this is the way I can do restriction also. Okay? Okay, then I'll just stop the call today.